Look at her, she's spittin' nerdy. Look at her, she's spittin' nerdy. Can't you see she's spittin' nerdy? Look at her, she's spittin' nerdy.
Good morning, everyone. I am determined to make today a great day because this morning was kind of a rough morning. Told you guys last week that my skin had a relapse and it's kind of just been getting worse and worse, and it's kind of as bad as it's ever been. So I woke up this morning in quite a bit of pain and discomfort, and I started to let that get to my mindset. I started to think like, oh my god, I'm so sick, I'm never gonna heal, it's horrible, and I'm just gonna wither away and die. And yeah, basically not the best morning, but I know how powerful mindset is on a healing journey. So I decided to put my foot down and get my mindset back on track and really try to make today a good day, a productive day, and a day that I can feel proud of and accomplished for. A day that makes me feel accomplished, you know what I'm trying to say. And I will update you guys a little bit later on how my skin is doing and how this whole healing process is going, but right now I don't want to think about that. I just want to start off my day, get into a good mindset, and then once I'm like settled in there, I'll talk to you guys about everything that's been happening. But for now, I need food. So I think I'm gonna have a little bit of a snack before I have some breakfast in a little bit because I'm not super hungry, but I should definitely eat. Yesterday I decided to make some pate again as just something to have to break my fast. I figured blended liver would be another good option. My veggie of choice to eat with pate is cucumber, just because I like cucumber and it adds a nice crunch. And here we have my breakfast snack. I'll probably make actual breakfast in like an hour or two. It's been a few hours and I'm honestly not that hungry still, but I have a ton of other stuff that I want to get done, and if I don't eat now, I know I won't end up eating until dinner. So I'm just making a quick little like veggie hash. I'm gonna add some ground beef to this. So I just have sweet potato, golden beets, kale, some zucchini, yellow squash, and carrot. So I'm just gonna cook that up with some leftover ground beef that I made yesterday, and I'll have a nice and simple, delicious, nutritious breakfast. And in the meantime, as I was chopping veggies, I've been snacking on some raspberries. Pro tip for packing nutrient density into your meals: get as many colors in there as possible. There are 3 different colors in here right now, and I'd say that's doing pretty darn good. I'm very excited for this. Considering I wasn't hungry, this is probably a lot more food than I needed, but oh well, what are you gonna do? This is, not gonna lie, a lot better than I expected it to be. I really didn't have high hopes for this meal because it's just a ton of vegetables that like kind of indifferent towards, like zucchini and squash, not the biggest fan, especially like cooked into things like this. Carrots I do really like. Sweet potato, that was the key for this, but overall this is just, it's delicious. And it's hot, ow. In an effort to reset my mindset, I have actually ended up spending a better part of the day brainstorming ideas for a little vacation. I haven't taken a vacation in 2 years, and the longest amount of time I stop working for is 1 day. And that happens about once every 3 weeks. So I need a vacation, so I let myself just like explore little places to go and look around for fun things to do, and I'm very excited. But now that I feel a little bit better and a little bit more settled in my positive mindset, I did want to take a second to kind of update you guys on my skin and everything that I'm going through. When I started this healing journey, started AIP in an attempt to fix my skin, I was under the impression that this would be kind of just short-term healing journey. Like I would do AIP for like 2 months, it would heal my gut, and then I'd be healthy again, I wouldn't have any skin issues, and it'd be great. And that is turning out to not really be the case. And, you know, when I think about that, it makes sense. But I think I was just being a little bit more optimistic and hopeful than was appropriate given the circumstances. For those of you who might be a little bit new around here, just a very quick like summary update on my skin. I started getting weird skin symptoms when I was a freshman in high school, so like 10-ish years ago. Nothing would work. Eventually went to a doctor, was given some amount of topical steroids, and I've basically been using that for the last 10 years to fix the problem. So whenever my skin would flare up, I would just like throw some topical steroids on it and it would go away and it would be fine. And I never really gave much thought to it until recently because I found an answer, it was working, it was great. And then couple months ago, my skin flared up and the steroids seemed to not be working. So I basically built a tolerance to topical steroids, which is not great. Like, I was using them pretty consistently for about 10 years, especially like there was a lower dose one that I was using on my face. That one I used almost every day. And if you know anything about topical steroids, you know that that is not a good thing to do. I had not been informed of the potential side effects until about year 9 of using them, so I tried to like slowly taper off, but my skin issues kept coming back, and so I had to keep relying on them. But the point is that this is not a new issue for me. This is not a new symptom. It's just that my way of trying to heal it is changing. And right now I am the worst that I have ever been. I am wearing makeup. My face does not look this clear without makeup. There's a reason I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt and haven't shown you the lower half of my body. Like, it is not great. It is pretty bad. It's been the last couple weeks that I think I've really started to come to terms with the fact that I am sick. And when I say sick, I don't mean like I have a cold. I mean, there is something wrong with my body that is like major, and it's systemic. And this is going to take a much longer healing process than I initially anticipated. And I think one of the reasons it's gotten this bad is because my body started trying to tell me something was wrong 10 years ago when I had my first skin flare-up. Like, that was not the beginning of the issue. That was the first big symptom my body was giving me that there was an issue. So there was probably an issue long before that, probably stemming from the fact that I have celiac disease. Before I was diagnosed, I was eating a ton of gluten, and because I was eating a ton of gluten, I was severely immunocompromised, so I was taking antibiotics constantly for years. So gut damage due to those factors is more than likely the originating point of all of these issues, and then over time I just got more and more gut damage or something, and then eventually my body was like, yo, something's wrong, let's send this girl a big red flag with some big skin issues. And I was like, oh no, my skin's messed up, let's fix the skin. And so I ended up getting band-aids to put on it, the topical steroids. So every time my skin would flare up, every time my body was like, hey, you need to fix this, something is wrong, I'd be like, no, shh, let's just use some topical steroids and it'll be fine. And then my skin would be like, okay, fine. And it would like go back to normal. And I let that happen for 10 years. I let my body yell at me that something was wrong with it for 10 years, and I wasn't listening, because it wasn't that I was refusing to acknowledge it, I just did not have the education to understand that this meant that there was a deeper issue, and I didn't understand that the solution that I had was just a band-aid and wasn't actually fixing any part of the problem. So over time, the damage that this issue has been causing my body has just built up and up and up and up, to the point where now I need to heal from all of that. There's a common thought that for every year you are sick, it will take a month of actively trying to heal in order to heal. So let's say I was like 5, so that's 19 years of damage that I need to heal. That is almost 2 years of expected healing. So in the last week or so, I've realized that this journey is going to be a lot more expansive, a lot more intense, and require a lot more work than I initially anticipated. And I am 100% fine with that. All I want is to heal. All I want is to permanently heal eventually, rather than throw another band-aid on it and then have this issue come back, maybe even worse, in a year. This is going to take a lot of time, a lot of energy, and I think it's going to require a lot more personal work than I anticipated. I've realized that I'm pretty sure stress has been my biggest factor in causing my body to deteriorate in this way. Stress is the underlying cause of so many different chronic diseases. Like, stress breaks your body down. And so I'm pretty sure stress has just broken my body down. So this journey I'm on is going to be a journey of healing. It's going to be a journey of recovery, and it's going to be a journey of learning to be kinder to myself. So I'm mentally preparing myself for a lot of soul searching, a lot of journaling, maybe, to figure out what's actually going on in this little head of mine that has been contributing to my stress so much. And I guess a lot of focus on building a life and person outside of my work. I feel like this has been really rambly and might not have made a lot of sense, but I did just want to update you guys on where I'm at right now in this healing process. But I know that there are so many of you out there that are going through different health issues like this, or have gone through health issues, or may, with some likelihood, experience health issues in the future. So I'm really hoping that by sharing this journey and all of the ups and downs that I can help some of you that way, because, you know, I've already learned that healing is not linear. The first 3 weeks of starting this journey, I got so much better, then my health tanked again. And that's not because I did anything wrong. That's not a sign that I'm not moving in the right direction. That's just how healing works, and that has been an invaluable lesson for me. Anyway, this room is really warm. My legs are sweaty, which is making me really itchy. So I'm gonna conclude this here and go back to planning my vacation, where hopefully I'll do some more soul searching, journaling, writing, who knows, and I'll heal on vacation. That would be nice. I genuinely do think that traveling and taking a week off from work and just sitting next to a beach and doing nothing is going to help significantly on my journey, but I will definitely bring you guys along and let you know how it goes. Okay, now that I have gotten a significant amount of work done, filmed a video, etc., I think it's time for me to start winding down for the day. I feel like I haven't really vlogged much of the day, but I guess I did rant for a while. But I think it's time for me to go for my evening walk. Gonna call the boyfriend because he's out of town. Gonna send some emails, but I'm really excited to come back after my walk and make dinner. I'm gonna show you guys the dinner that I have been obsessed with. I may or may not have had it the last 3 nights in a row, so tonight will be night number 4. But it's so easy and it's so good. You guys are gonna love it. So see you back here for dinner. Boom, 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 and boom, my final fabulous dinner that I have been obsessed with. Look at this massive plate of food. I am so excited. So first, I have my favorite ever sweet potato fries. Yes, I used 3 different color sweet potatoes for no particular reason other than the fact that I was feeling a little bit extra, and I had 3 different color sweet potatoes. And then all of this is covered in a little bit of olive oil, oregano, salt, and the secret key ingredient that I've been obsessed with is the nutritional yeast. It makes them just a little bit cheesy, and oh my god. I loved them before, but now I just cannot get enough. And then I also did the same seasonings on my roasted cauliflower. I have been obsessed with roasted cauliflower lately. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I suddenly like the most bland vegetable in existence, but oh my god. When you roast it so it's crispy on the outside and soft on the inside, and then you cover it in nutritional yeast and oregano and salt, it's like my new second favorite food. Chicken thighs are still my first favorite food right now, but roasted cauliflower, I'm obsessed. And then lastly, I have a bison fillet from By Ranch Direct, which I unfortunately overcooked a little bit, which makes me so sad because this was gonna be such a good steak, but I'm sure it's still gonna be good. Just a little bit dry. Fun fact about By Ranch Direct, I've told you guys that they're like my #1 source for good quality meat. Like, they beat out everything else. They give their animals such high quality water that they bottle the water and sell it to humans. So like, they make sure that the quality of the water that the animals are drinking is drinkable human quality water. That's just one of the examples of how much thought goes into how they raise their animals to make sure it's the best quality possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and then as I was cooking, I started watching Kingsman. So I've watched it before a couple times, but I just wanted a movie that I could just like relax and have fun watching. Almost done with the movie, and I want to go to bed within the next hour or so, so I thought I'd make myself a little bedtime elixir. So I just made some mint tea, just like plain regular mint tea, and to it I'm gonna add 2 very special sleep enhancing ingredients. The first one is reishi from Four Sigmatic. So this is their reishi elixir, but it actually also has mint in it, which is why I'm mixing it with mint tea, just so that the flavors, you know, mesh well. Rose hips, but then also tulsi. So reishi and tulsi are both adaptogens that are well known to promote the balancing of cortisol levels in your body. And so if you balance cortisol, it helps reduce stress at night, and so it helps you sleep better. So this has been one of my favorite things to incorporate as I've been trying to improve my sleep. It's also great that this one doesn't have any stevia in it or anything like that, because I'm trying to avoid all sweeteners in any way, shape, or form. So this is just like the pure reishi plus like those few other ingredients to add a little bit of flavor and a little extra benefit with the tulsi, so that's going in there. And as always, you can get 15% off of all Four Sigmatic products with my code FitAndNerdy. Highly recommend you check it out. Definitely look into the reishi if you are having sleep problems as well. And then the other thing that I'm gonna add is some hemp oil. I am using the Ned brand now. I was experimenting with a different brand and didn't notice any difference whatsoever, so I'm doing a 30-day trial of this, vlogging my experience, so I will share that with you guys in a little bit, but for now I'm just throwing this into my tea as well. This is actually really good. I don't usually have the Four Sigmatic elixirs by themselves much because they have a little bit of a strong taste, especially the chaga. Like that one I probably wouldn't put in just tea, but I think because I use the peppermint with the mint in this, the flavor is super mild. So it basically tastes like mint tea with like a little bit of something extra in it. It is now bedtime for me. I'm sleepy and it's just my bedtime, so it's time to go to bed. But I can't get this idea out of my head of making some cassava flour tortillas. For the last like 2 hours, that's all I've been wanting, but I haven't been wanting to like cook them or make them or eat too close to bedtime. So I haven't done it. So I think tomorrow, that's gonna be #1 on my to-do list tomorrow, is to make some AIP compliant cassava flour tortillas. But anyway, as I said, it is time for bed. I hope this video was interesting and helpful for any of you, especially any of you that are going through any sort of health struggles, health journeys, healing journeys, etc. I'm right there with you. We've got this. We're gonna get better. We're gonna heal. But for now, it's just taking things one day at a time. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me and my channel. Every thumbs up is a vote for my healing. It doesn't work like that, but I appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Please share this video with your friends, your family, your neighbors. If you want to see more videos about this health journey, you can check them out over here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down there and a little notification bell to get notified about future videos from me. And I will see you very soon. Bye.